with the city buzzing and the Crypto.com arena lights flickering like they're in on the secret. Here's the raw truth. Lakers Nation. Andrew Wiggins is officially a Laker. Let that sink in. This isn't some mid-tier, end-of-bench signing. You scroll past. This is the tremor before the earthquake, the move that just sent shockwaves tearing through the NBA offseason. And trust me, if you're not feeling that spike in your chest right now, you're not paying attention. Smash that like, hammer subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Because what I'm about to lay out will have you glued to your screen until the very last second. This isn't just roster business. It's chess played at championship level speed. Here's the setup. Luka Doncic's massive 3-year extension? That wasn't just pen on paper. It was the master key to the Lakers' vault of the future. That dinner between Luka and Rob Pelinka? It wasn't a casual meetup, it was war planning. In that room, they dissected everything from the exact cap space to squeeze, to which draft picks could be leveraged, to the archetype of players who could push this team from dangerous to untouchable. We're talking pick-and-pop assassins. We're talking lockdown, get-under-your-skin defenders. We're talking rim-protecting monsters who make opponents rethink driving to the hoop. And that's where Wiggins' arrival flips the board. This is a two-way wing with the length to smother the league's deadliest scorers and the versatility to slot seamlessly next to LeBron and Luka. It's not just defense, it's transition buckets. It's corner threes in crunch time. It's the guy who makes the whole machine hum when it matters most. But here's the part that makes this whole thing lethal. This isn't the finish line. Not even close. Wiggins, Ayton, Smart, LaRavia. There, the first wave, the beachhead, the opening salvo. And right now, insider chatter is at a fever pitch. The Lakers are loading up for one more cannon shot before training camp. Shams. Sharania already teased that Pelinka's cooking something big. And every whisper points to Malik Monk. Last season, 17 points per game off the bench. Instant ignition. The kind of player who walks into a cold gym and drops 12 points in 4 minutes like it's nothing. Imagine him with the Lakers. Second unit turning a 3-point lead into a double digit. Cushion before the starters even wiped the sweat from their hands. The catch? He's locked into a $78 million deal in Sacramento. That's where the Lakers' front office tightrope act comes in, balancing cap flexibility, eyeing the buyout market, and weaving trade packages that won't mortgage the future, but still land the missing spark. Make no mistake, this is not tinkering. This is an all-out siege on Banner 18. Every drill in camp, every film session, every late-night text between Pelinka, J.J. Redick, and Luka is part of a bigger blueprint. The kind of blueprint that either builds a dynasty or blows the door wide, open for the rest of the West to strike. And right now, with the Wiggins deal locked, Luka's signature dry, and the Monk rumors heating to a boil, we are standing on the edge of something massive. Every whisper leaking from the locker room, every hush-side conversation between agents, scouts, and the inner circle, it all points to one undeniable truth. This team refuses to settle for good enough. Luka Doncic didn't sign a massive extension to sit around and watch seasons slip away. He's here to compete now, and the front office is matching that energy with every move, every phone call, every late-night strategy meeting. The atmosphere in Los Angeles is electric, and it's not just hype. You can feel the urgency radiating off the hardwood when LeBron James steps into a practice session, when the coaching staff shouts out a new set during scrimmages, when Rob Pelinka stands in front of reporters and lets slip that cold, measured dissatisfaction with where we are. Those 3 words are the battle cry of a front office that's gearing up for war. This isn't a franchise drifting toward its fate. This is a franchise plotting it. And the now famous dinner between Pelinka, Luka, and the business manager wasn't just some feel-good PR moment for the cameras. No, this was a war room disguised as a meal. A tactical planning session where every fork clink and every sip of wine carried the weight of the next 5 years of Lakers basketball. They weren't talking vague hypotheticals. They were drawing a blueprint for domination. mapping out how to take established stars like Andrew Wiggins and blend them with targeted recruits into a roster that's not just playoff ready, but championship prime. And just when you think this saga couldn't possibly get thicker, the rumor mill starts spinning again hard. The front office is exploring every angle. Rim protectors that go beyond the obvious names like Ayton and Jackson Hayes. Wing defenders with the agility to switch on to. Guards and the length to challenge elite scorers at the rim. And that elusive pick and pop threats someone who can set a solid screen, pop out beyond the arc, and punish any defense that dares to leave them open. Every contender craves this type of piece. Pelinka's mission is to land him before someone else does. The stakes? Sky high. One perfectly timed trade or signing could launch the Lakers straight back into the championship spotlight alongside the Warriors and Bucks, while one misstep, one ill-judged gamble, could send them tumbling into the kind of what-if off-season that fans will curse for years. These are the front office wars you never see on TV, the whispered negotiations, the rival G-Miz testing the waters, the agents dangling their clients like golden carrots, and then comes the Wiggins confirmation official. Undeniable and loud as a starter's pistol in a quiet arena. This isn't just adding another body to the depth chart. This is adding length that disrupts passing lanes, defensive tenacity that hounds opposing wings in the bad shots, and secondary scoring that relieves pressure on Luka and LeBron in crunch time. It's a Swiss Army knife edition versatile, battle-tested, and playoff proven. Understand what this means. It's not just about acquiring talent. It's about sending a message to the rest of the league. A message that says Los Angeles is not here to build for Sunday. We're building for now. This roster is being wired for speed, grit, and high-stakes execution. Every piece is being chosen for its ability to slot into a system designed to win today, not 3 seasons from now. But here's the kicker, don't blink. Because with the salary cap tightening like a vice and trade talk swirling through the night, the Wiggins signing is just the opening thunderclap in what could become a full-on all-season storm. Lightning is coming. And when it strikes, it won't just light up the Crypto.com arena. It'll send shockwaves through the entire NBA. And when it hits, you already know where you'll hear it first right here. If your group chat blows up at 3 a.m. with Lakers alerts, you know it's more than a whisper, it's an earthquake. And we're right at the epicenter, shaking the foundation of what we thought was set in stone just days ago. The Wiggins signing. That's just the opening salvo and award Pelinka's gearing up for. And trust me, this roster isn't just getting tweaked. It's on the verge of metamorphosis so drastic it'll feel like we're rewriting Lakers' DNA in real time. You wanna talk pressure? Look no further than the locker room tension bubbling under the surface. When you bring in a defensive animal like Wiggins, suddenly everyone's got up their game, including LeBron, who's staring down the twilight of his career with a heightened hunger that's both inspiring and terrifying. You can almost hear the ghost of Showtime echoing, "Show me what you got," from the rafters, pressuring every heartbeat on that floor. And speaking of ghosts, this isn't just about honoring the past, it's about dodging a future that's getting darker by the second if the front office fumbles these next moves. Think about it. Ayton's role swelling, Smart's defense plugging holes, and Laravia's upside make for tantalizing ingredients. But the true X factor might just be the trade conversations that could disassemble or catapult this team into a showdown with the Warriors' juggernaut and the Bucks' relentless grind. Imagine if Malik Monk lands the lightning-quick scorer who could turn second units into a menace and shove the Lakers back into the mix when starters sit. But what if that distracts from the bigger centerpiece Pelinka's chasing? This is chess at full speed, cap space the board, and every trade discussion a measured gamble that might either freeze or ignite the purple and gold machine. And here's where the tension peels back into something raw. LeBron's legacy isn't just on the line. Because of his aging body, it's blurring. The fine line between leading a proud franchise back to glory or fading into a season of rebuild whispers that the city won't forgive. AD, the enforcer? Tested like never before as the pressure to be the internal anchor crunches the team, making every practice a battle not just for minutes, but for the soul of the squad. And you know what the wild card is? Bronny, the weight of expectation on. That kid's shoulders in this city is astronomical, and if he emerges as a spark alongside this volatile mix, we're not just chasing titles, we're crafting a new dynasty narrative that could silence any and all doubters for decades. But what if the West isn't just watching? What if Denver's quietly circling with a reckless hunger? Or Phoenix's swagger-aided cost of business style undermines every Lakers move? Clippers? Warriors? These aren't just opponents. They're vultures waiting to exploit the slightest. Cracking this newly forming armor every misstep here is a headline and a dagger to the franchise's pride. The air in LA right now? It's electric and trembling like a coiled spring ready to snap into fireworks or fracture. Pelinka's not bluffing when he talks about dissatisfaction. This is a front office that knows its moves. Might be the difference between a repeat parade or yet another off-season soak in regret and what-ifs. Now imagine the internal. Pressure cooker, players grinding, coaches debating lineups that might look unrecognizable come October. The business manager crunching numbers that dictate futures more than any on-court highlight reel can. Calculus of hope and dollars that fans rarely glimpse but feel in every lost game and traded player. And here's the heartbreaker. With every step toward assembling a title contender, there's the gaping uncertainty of chemistry, the unspoken risk that the star power on paper never coalesces into the symphony we crave. The bubble banner still haunts every corner of the arena, a stark reminder of what slipped away and what could slip again except this time. No one's prepared to let history repeat itself. The whispers are swelling into roars now, rumors of a center bigger, stronger, meaner than Ayton waiting in the wings, of wing defenders capable of smothering the league's deadliest shooters, of a pick-and-pop maestro lurking on the buyout. Mark it with the kind of cold-blooded clutch gene that could tilt series. The city's neon glare flickers on and off, mirroring the heartbeat of a franchise, dancing on the edge of immortality or implosion. The very air feels thick with raw, unfiltered possibility. You can almost taste that electric tension in purple and gold. Veins, a combustible fuel poured onto a smoldering pile of hopes that have been battered but never extinguished. Trust me, this is more than an off-season. This is a battle for the Lakers' soul, for LeBron's legacy to be reborn or resigned, for a D's grit to transform destiny or dissolve into doubt, and for the next generation, Bronny included, to rise from the ashes or be consumed by them. So buckle up, because as a Laker till I draw my last breath, here's the storm I swear is coming. Now you tell me, what's tearing at your gut? Because trust me, this saga has only just ignited.